Premier Li Qiang has no arrangements to meet with the Japanese leader. We urge the Japanese side to behave itself. Taiwan is China's Taiwan. It is an inalienable part of China's territory. No amount of posturing by the Ching-te administration can alter this immutable fact. It remains unclear what constitutes the Japanese government's established position. On the Taiwan issue, Japan's stance should be to uphold the One China principle and adhere to the spirit of the four political documents between China and Japan. It must not deliberately obscure matters, nor should it attempt to revise historical progress. If the Japanese government's stance on Taiwan truly remains unchanged, its leaders should not link the so-called existential crisis situation to the Taiwan issue, nor should they say one thing and do another. Merely stating that the position remains unchanged while crossing red lines in practice will not resolve China's concerns. Japan should take China's serious demand seriously, retract its erroneous remarks, and demonstrate its commitments to China through concrete actions. Historically, Japan forcibly occupied Taiwan and imposed half a century of colonial rule. During this period, the Taiwanese people suffered profound calamities. Hundreds of thousands of compatriots were murdered. Citizens were deprived of political rights, religious freedom, and cultural autonomy, while mineral resources and civilian supplies were plundered with reckless abandon. Japanese aggressors committed unspeakable atrocities in Taiwan, writing the darkest chapter in the island's history. This year marks the 80th anniversary of Taiwan's restoration. Japan should remember that Taiwan is China's Taiwan. Matters concerning Taiwan are fundamentally none of Japan's business. Stirring up trouble over Taiwan will only invite trouble for Japan itself. Japanese leaders have openly made gravely erroneous remarks on Taiwan-related issues, wounding the sentiments of the Chinese people, challenging the post-war international order, undermining the foundation and atmosphere for trilateral cooperation among China, Japan, and South Korea, and rendering the conditions for holding relevant China-Japan-South Korea meetings temporarily unfeasible. Regarding the export of Japanese aquatic products to China, relevant Chinese authorities will conduct scientific assessments and implement rigorous reviews in accordance with laws and regulations to ensure compliance with Chinese standards. However, as I stated yesterday, given the outrage among the Chinese people provoked by Japanese leaders' erroneous remarks on major principled issues such as Taiwan, Japanese aquatic products would find no market in China under the current circumstances. The so-called committee you mentioned has consistently harbored ideological bias against China and lacks any credibility whatsoever. The report released by this committee is itself false information.